Greetings, YouTube. Sometimes when people ask me, Prof, why is Kabam being so generous in one way? You have to think about the economy of the game as a whole. There is no doubt, for those of you who are Paragon slash Wallet Breaker, and congrats to the many of you, including our beloved Mama Bear, who went from Throne Breaker to what I call Wallet Breaker this weekend, there's no doubt that their top goal was getting players more great rank 4 champions for Battlegrounds. This was, to me, most obviously illustrated by the ultimate in wallet breaking whale definition of a free, when I say free, it's the opposite of free, but a free 6-star Weapon X when you purchase everything in the unit store. And of course, if you purchase everything in the unit store, you can eventually guarantee that that Weapon X is awakened because you can buy one of the 3. I haven't bought any of them yet. I'm waiting to open all my other crystals because I think that is the smartest move to make, especially with the Abyss Nexus crystals. You get one of 3 past era champion selectors from the last 3 years. And so this guarantees everybody a 6-star Hercules. This guarantees everybody a 6-star Weapon X in theory. This guarantees everybody who can spend it, certainly any 6-star from the last 3 years. And really, if you want them awakened, again, don't worry about using 2 champion selectors on it. Just use that generic 6-star awakening gem that you get with this bundle. Now, the only RNG involved, which I don't know about you, but it's been hilarious to open these so far on my channel because every single one of them has been a different class. So you can see for Tier 6 Cosmic, I've got 14,000. Tier 6 Mutant, 19,000. Tier 6 Science, 14,000. Tier 5 Mystic, 6,000. Tier 6 Skilled, 2,000. Tier 6 Tech, 17,000. So everyone has been spread out. And of course, I started this weekend only with Tier 6 Cosmic Catalyst Fragments because that was what I chose the selector for 8.1 Exploration. And you might be thinking, well, I'm actually way ahead of you, Prof. Well, it doesn't really matter because if I want to take Hercules to rank 5, I need not 1, not 2, but 3 fully formed Tier 6. So even if you get the best possible RNG, which I think is almost impossible given the algorithms that they have set up, even if you get all of that and you get 1 fully formed Tier 6, you're still a long way off from getting the other 2 fully formed. But my main takeaway from this weekend, as I have only a few offers left to show you before I purchase all of them in the next couple days, but was that the gold market, other than maybe the Odin, but even this is not that good. Remember, we saw a million gold for $10. A million gold. Shoot, we saw 500,000 gold plus huge bonuses for $5 in the gold pull event card that you had to gain points toward. So Kabam knows that so many of you out there are gold poor. And I feel very, very, very guilty for having 585 million gold. Now, this is not a flex. This is a cry for help. I have this much gold because I live in the arena and die in the arena, and my soul has been sacrificed to the arena years before this video was ever recorded. But Kabam, when it comes to gold, has been geniuses because so many of you still have 6 stars you would love to rank up. And you've got all the other items, right? Like some of you have sent me crazy screenshots. Like I've got 29 tier 5 basic in my overflow and 46 tier 2 alpha. And I haven't purchased any of the 4 limited $10 offers, which are going to give me by the end of this 32 more tier 5 basic. And I can't believe I'm saying this, 80 more tier 2 alpha. And oh yeah, 100,000 gold. That's what we spent for gold in 2015 when we were ranking up 2-star champions and 3-star champions. So Kabam knows that you're going to have all those tier 5 basic and tier 2 alpha in your overflow. And because they're evil geniuses, right now tier 2 alphas are too valuable to sell. In a perfect world, Kabam would have flipped the switch this weekend and said, we know that a lot of you are going to have so many items in your overflow that you're going to struggle to spend them before they expire. So we're going to let you turn Tier 2 Alpha. I don't care if it's into 100, right? Just something into 100 Tier 3 Alpha Catalyst fragments or 100 Tier 6 basic Catalyst fragments. But of course, Kabam said, we don't want to do that because we want to keep the market for those unique. So we're just going to make you spend them in the next 30 days on rank ups. And oh, by the way, we're also going to give you so many rank up gem opportunities that even if you were to spend all those items and have all that gold, which is going to be like 20, 30 million gold worth, we're still going to give you enough rank up gems to where you have less than 14 days to spend the now overflowed 2 rank up gems, because you can see from rank 1 to rank 2, I've got to spend them or I lose them. So this also puts pressure because the item that I have really the least of in terms of overall is the Tier 4 basic. So I'm going to have to buy a ton of those, and I am not going to buy any 6-star 6 stones because I did get plenty of those from the Cyber Week/weekend store. I'm going to be spending every single Battlegrounds trophy token on Tier 4 class Catalyst selectors, and I've already bought out all 20 that were this week, and I'm of course going to buy out all 20 that are next week because that item is also going to be heavily scrutinized. If you do plan on doing rank ups and you've got about the same Tier 4 class Catalyst and you're going to start batch opening these 20 that you get per $10 purchase, I would highly recommend that you don't rank up everybody until you pop those, because sometimes the algorithm likes to give you the class that you have the most of. And so let's say that you're doing really well and you're going to rank up a couple of science champions and you've got 25 Tier 4 class Catalyst of the science class, and then suddenly you spend 15 to take, let's say, Scorpion to rank 3, and then suddenly you go from having 25 science to 10 science, but you have like 25 of everything else. Well, you're probably going to get the least amount of science. So you want to trick the algorithm into thinking that you don't need science before ranking up science. And I know that was a lot of maybe confusing sentences, but I've seen that happen so many times to so many people, including myself, many, many times over the last several years that yeah, it just makes sense. So this weekend, Kabam was really evil geniuses when it came to the supply of everything, especially rank up gems. And by the way, this also goes same for ISO, right? Rank up gems, Tier 5 basic, Tier 2 alpha, all of that in spades, easily overflowing. Tier 5 class Catalyst throw in there. But gold and ISO, no. We're still going to put the cap at that, at what it was 5 or 6 years ago, because my prediction is one of the first things we're going to see once new offers hit the game and these week-long, for the first time, offers go away, is gold and ISO sales for units. Because Kabam knows the market that they've created, and they're pretty dang smart for it, I must say, even though some of you are annoyed that they've done it. It's their sandbox, you know? We don't own any of this. We're just renting code. We don't own any of these champions that we're ranking up. They can shut the server down tomorrow, as so many of our friends, unfortunately, from other Kabam control games that are no longer here have learned, and there's nothing you can do. Can't get refunds back, can't do anything with your champions, but wave goodbye, Rogue One style, as the nuclear bomb comes towards you on the beach shore. So, there you go. Kind of a dark way to end a video, but I have to give it up to Kabam. They're really smart with the way that they've done the economy this week, and they're going to probably make more, especially when you consider also the demand for gold in gifting crystals, or whatever the heck they call the gifting crystal, in about a month in December.